I just want to say thank you to Sister Shay and Brother Bruce for allowing me to speak. It's truly an honor. I want to talk about something we all experience at some point. It's finding God in the waiting room. I believe God is still preparing us individually in this waiting season. While it can be hard, it has a purpose. Instead of focusing on what's next or what we're hoping for, I think we need to focus on what God is doing within us right now. There are things we don't always see in ourselves that He's using this time to grow and strengthen. He's revealing our purpose and assignment, our values and convictions, our weak spots and areas where we still need growth. And sometimes the waiting season is where God shows us the patterns we need to break.
Yes.
And the kind of person we must become to properly steward what we've been praying for. And in that, I'm learning that this season isn't about having everything figured out. It's about being willing and allowing God to shape you.
Yes.
I truly believe this is preparation for something greater in God's timing. Not focusing on what was or what could be, but on the present. Asking, what can I do for the Lord right now? What can He do in me, and how He is shaping me into the person He's calling me to be? Because sometimes God is using the waiting room to replace lies with truth, to break toxic patterns, to bring healing from the past, and to teach us healthy love and boundaries. He's teaching us how to become emotionally whole and spiritually anchored before we step into what we've been asking Him for. And while we're in that waiting room, especially for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but the Lord has done so many things for me.
Yes.
Even when I get distracted, He still reminds me of what He brought me out of, and the person that I'm not anymore. My waiting room may look different than yours. For me, part of my waiting room is for my dad to be saved, and waiting one day to be married. Your waiting room may be completely different than mine, but in the process, I'm learning who I am in Christ, and where I belong, and how He wants to use me for His glory, and that's all I want to do. I have this hunger for Jesus,
Yes.
like I've never had before,
Yes.
and I just want to soak in His presence every chance that I get. I want to read His Word every chance that I get, and I want to be His soldier.
Yes.
To help save souls and not to focus on what if. Psalms 139 reminds us that He knew us and knit us together in our mother's womb. That's such a beautiful reminder that our lives aren't random. He already has our story written. We just have to learn to trust in Him and walk in that truth. And if I'm being honest, that is something I've had to learn personally. I feel like Martha sometimes. In the Bible, she became distracted and overwhelmed, even when feeling like it wasn't fair that she was doing all the work while others sat with Jesus. I find myself desiring things more than I'm desiring the Lord. But I know what I truly need is to focus on Him and trust in His timing. I've noticed this growing hunger for Jesus in my heart, and it only gets stronger the more I seek Him and fix my eyes on Him. I'm learning that sometimes the answer isn't found in striving harder, but it's simply sitting at His feet, learning His voice, and receiving His blueprint for our lives, building spiritual depth, and letting God reorder our priorities. And at the same time, I know it's easy to get distracted. My flesh wants one thing, while my spirit desires something different.
Always.
And it feels like they're constantly clashing
Yes.
within me.
Yes.
As it says in Galatians 5:17, for the flesh desires what is contrary to the spirit, and the spirit is what contrary to the flesh. They are in conflict with each other. And sometimes we have to ask ourselves hard questions. Is it fear? Is it comparison? Is it pressure? Is it loneliness? Is it the need to prove a point? Because if we're not careful, those things can pull our focus away from what God is trying to do in us during this season. I don't want to keep choosing distractions. I want to choose what draws me closer to the Lord, and trusting that everything else will come in His perfect timing.
Yeah.
So if you're in the waiting season right now, don't waste it. Let God work in you. Let Him heal you, stretch you, mature you, and prepare you. Because the waiting room isn't punishment. it's preparation.